Okay. I don't know what went on. I'm going to start over. I am out here in my yard. I thought I was out. Well, I was out here earlier, but the camera shut down for some reason. Maybe I wasn't really recording when I thought I was. But anyway, I'll start over. I had started a garden right as the pandemic was happening, or a few weeks thereafter, which would have been March 2020. Well, 2 weeks before or a week before shutdown, or before things went crazy, is when I found out about my husband's cheating ways, only because my daughter discovered, or our daughter discovered. Hold on. There's a wasp right there. I know I'm talking about this, but look at that wasp. I deal with this all the time, so that's one reason why I don't come out here anymore. I have wasp, yellow jackets, hornets, whatever, all of that, all the time. And I've been stung before, and I'm afraid of getting stung again. Someone said there's something you could plant to deter them, but I've also heard they pollinate. I don't know. I'm just scared as heck about it. So if anybody has any ideas how to deal with that, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, these little garden plots you see, my husband built these for me, or for us to grow food, because as the pandemic was starting, I remember going to Walmart and people were buying flats. And yes, I mean flats, like when food comes in cardboard boxes, they'd cut them and put the whole, box with the top off of it, of like the canned goods. And I saw people taking flats of like Chef Boyardee ravioli and just totally stocking up on the whole thing in their carts. Now, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to grow my own food. And I'm just going to say my yard looks awful now. This is 2024 and this started in 2020. But I'm going to tell you, I was pretty dang traumatized with what was going on with my husband at the time, and the way he was losing it on me and our kids. And even though the garden was for me to work in, he started being out here a lot. So guess what? He was out here. I wasn't going to be out here with him. So then he moved out in 2020, August 2021, I believe. And I don't know, being traumatized or whatever, I didn't come out here anymore. It's like things, like there was a movie called, I think, Andromeda Strain or something like that in like early 70s or something. I remember watching as a kid, where like, I just remember these these men in spacesuits showing up and walking through homes, and things were left as if nobody was, not that they weren't ever there, but they just disappeared or died, and everything was left as it was. You still see all the food on the counter and all. Well, that's how it kind of looks with my garden. I personally would love to do some gardening again. And I know my yard looks awful. I got a bunch of weeds. Everything's overgrown. Believe it or not, I did have the yard man come out a few weeks ago, but we had so much rain, it's grown up again. He actually texted me that he would come by tomorrow, but I'm finally going to be getting a hot water heater. Yay. So, that being said, I'm going to turn it so I can talk. Yeah, excuse my hair. It's a mess. I slept on it. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm keeping it real. Anyway, yeah, he wanted to come out tomorrow and do, tomorrow and do our yard, but I'm finally, yes, after almost 3 years without a hot water heater, getting a hot water heater. Y'all know I have a bad shoulder. I have a hard time lifting things. I do it anyway, but then I pay the price a few days later or the next day, whatever. So, I haven't given an update on the housing situation. I'll have to do that in a whole other video. But at least I can say we are getting our hot water heater installed by some, my husband used to be a pastor, and we pastored a church. And there was someone in our church that knew how to do all that stuff. So I'm going to pay him, because I don't know if it's because of what I've gone through with my ex-husband who's passed, or just me being weird. I just don't trust anybody, and I trust him. He's a very honest person. So he's going to come install it for me. I'm going to pay him to do it. I'm not going to do it for free. I know he would do free things for my husband, but I don't feel right asking someone to do something for free. So we finally have the money together to do that. So that's something we want to do. And you might wonder, what have we been doing all this time to have hot water? Well, we take our big stainless steel pots, boil water like, people in other countries that don't have running hot water would do. And we pour it in the bathtub. And I've learned to take really small baths. We can't take a shower with hot water like that, but I can take a bath. But it makes my shoulder hurt and act up more, but it is what it is. But I'm just very grateful that we are going to get one tomorrow where I can take a hot shower before I go to work. And not only that, when my shoulder's hurting me, I have like Epsom salt in my bathroom that I keep. I'm going to put some in the tub and soak the shoulder because the pain has just been unreal. So anyway, I'm going to get back to the garden. Thank God we're getting that. But the point of that is, I told the guy that does our yard not to show it tomorrow because I will be having someone coming to install a hot water heater. And I know the person that does our yard has a truck with a big old flatbed trailer and all this equipment. And I don't want the two of them to get in each other's way. So that's why my yard looks the way it does. And yeah, I'm probably looking in this direction when my camera's right over here. So forgive me. I don't, it's all in the brain. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera again. So yeah, it's a bit overgrown, but I told him to come next week. But yeah, these are my garden boxes that were built for my husband. I can't remember what I had here, and I think I had parsley and stuff growing here. But the next thing I'm going to show you is going to be crazy. We had some, I think it was organic onions or a green onion from Sprouts. And I'd seen one of those not YouTube videos, but I'm sorry, I'm saying it again. One of those videos on Facebook about, oh, you take this and you use this and you can put the ends in and grow more. Well, this was years ago. As I said, I didn't keep up with it because, I'm sorry, it was just traumatizing. And I know that may sound like an excuse, but that's my excuse. I just couldn't get myself back out here after what all went down with my husband. And not only did I have to get him to move out and divorce him, but then he died before we were divorced for a year. And that everything has traumatized me. And I am getting therapy for it. But look at this. These are the green onions. Yeah, these are the is that a butterfly or moth? Oh, and there's more hornets. I'm starting to freak out. I don't want to be stung. You guys see that? There he is. Let me see if I can. There it is. Is that him? I'm freaked out because I've been stung too many times and I'm scared of being stung again. I'm going to see if our yard man can. I'm trying to get the camera back where it needs to be. I'm going to see if the yard man can help with that. I know they may pollinate, whatever, but, being stung is a whole other thing. But anyway, I used to have tomatoes over here. I used to have green beans. I used to have zucchini. And we replanted those organic green onions from Sprouts. They've sat there for 2 or 3 years since everything. I've done nothing with them. I've just let everything go. I know that's awful, but that's how it's been. It's been an emotional thing. And I think I had tomatoes in this thing. I would love to do something with this. I want to make sure it's safe to come out here without being stung first. This over here was where I had my blackberries. I bought a blackberry blueberry plant from Sam's Club when the pandemic started. That, I don't know, that must have been from the kids playing neighbors and threw it over here or something, because that is not mine. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, this here was full of blackberries, and Texas heat is so horrible. They died. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't water things because I couldn't afford to water. It's just so expensive. And in the summer, we may get lots of rain in the spring, but in the summer, it's just dry and like 110 or more degrees. And if I were to try and water and water and water, I couldn't afford that. Now, my oldest daughter, who has 3 acres, says put mulch and all that, or wood chips, which you could get for free, which I might look into. It might be too late to get all that going. But I would love to get some blackberries again because, oh man, I love blackberries. Also have a garden box up front, which I'll show that eventually, that I had some lemon thyme in, and when I make homemade chicken soup, like when we had the snowmageddon a couple of years ago, when my husband was still here, and it was minus 10 degrees in Texas, and we had no power for 3 days. We survived by cooking chicken soup on the stove. But this was the other garden box I had. I had sweet potatoes growing here, and I think regular potatoes, maybe something else. I think we had watermelon or something, I don't know. But I haven't done anything with this. So I've got that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Oh, and this here, you guys, this is my pear tree. Well, you'll see the playground thing in the back. We got that for my kids when they were, oh gosh, my youngest was like 3 years old, who is now turning 25 this month, which I have a video I'm going to edit today or tomorrow where I take her to Cracker Barrel and we do some filming there. But yeah, I got this from Tractor Supply, this pear tree, when the pandemic started. Because as I said, my main thing was to grow fruits and vegetables rather than buy tons of canned goods. I wanted to put my money in something that would give back. This had no leaves when I bought it. Nothing. Oh, what is that? Does anybody know what that is? Let's see if it'll zoom in. Oh, cool. I don't know what that is. Anyway, that's on there. This is a pear tree. It was a stick with roots, I'll tell you, when I put it in. Sorry, I'm learning how to use this camera. It was just a stick with roots. And look, I have a branch here and a branch here now, and one growing here. I got several little branches growing, but I'm hoping I'll have some pears here. And if you'll hold on, I'll show you the front with what I got going on the front. Hold on. Okay, this is my little, I don't know what you call it. It's not a window box. It's like a, what do you call, a pony wall. I had some lemon thyme growing right where this red thing is. This was lavender at one time. As I said, I just kind of just let everything go as it was when my husband left. I'm sorry, I get a bit emotional about it now. It's just emotional. I had plants in these and these and these. I had lemon thyme growing here. I think I had some strawberry plants. I'd like to get some more lemon thyme and some lavender and some tomatoes. This here, I had all gardenias. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Every gardenia I had, which is my favorite flower, has died no matter what I've done. This here, oddly enough, as awful as it was with my husband, one of the last things he did was buy me, it was at Lowe's. This potted plant was a huge gardenia like topiary. It was this long tree gardenia braided with like a big shrub at the top of gardenias. I love the smell of gardenias. It died. I don't even remember what this one was. I have all these, like that one's cracked and fallen over. You'll see how bad my yard looks. It needs cutting again. But let me show you this. I know I live on a street that has a lot of major traffic. This here, I got at Costco when I was, buying stuff for the pandemic. It's red orange, I want to say, blood red or something like that. When I got it, it was probably this high. Let me see if I can, let me pan out of here. I'm sorry. Forgive me trying to do, it was short. I want to say it was one third the size of what it is now. But when Snowmageddon happened, I forgot to cover it. See this right here? Nothing grows there. It's just dead. And I thought, surely I'd lost my orange tree. But see all the green now? It's big now. It grew up all around it that spring. The first time I got it, I had tons of little white buds of flowers, and I noticed little ants crawling all over it. Next thing I know, like the next day or two, all the buds were gone where the oranges would be, and there was nothing left. So I don't know if the ants did that or what, but I would love to have some actual oranges from it at some time. And then we have a crepe myrtle over here. It's huge, but of course no fruit there. But I would like to I was thinking maybe getting some blackberry plants and putting them over here this time, since the gardenias didn't work. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, I know I don't have a whole lot of people watching my channel, but it'd be nice to have some, if one of you start watching and I grow a community to help give me some advice, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, that's what I got going on for this spring. And I don't know, this could be boring to a lot of you guys. Maybe you guys enjoy it, but thank you for watching.